Hello and good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I am Princess Arjun Mahusay, and for today's report, I will going to discuss my topic, which is the postmodern literary works. Okay, I will give you an example of postmodern literary works. Okay, and allow me to share my screen, and I hope also my voice is clear and also loud, audible to you guys. Okay, and right now, this is my presentation. Okay, and I hope it is clear to all of us. My name is Princess Ajin Mahusay. So as I said, the postmodern period, sample literary pieces I will going to present to you tonight. Okay, and also we have our learning objectives, which is at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to understand what is postmodern literature, the popular writer John Barth, also the importance of his works in today's generation. Also, the introduction, postmodern literature is a style of literature that is headed after World War II, including the multicultural aspect of the society. And what is the postmodern literature? Okay, and if it is fresh in your mind, so allow me to explain to you what is the postmodern literature. Postmodernism or the modernism is characterized by an epistemological dominant, while postmodern works are primarily concerned with questions of ontology by Brian. Now, so when you say the modernism, when we say the word epistemological dominant about the modernism, according to my research, guys, epistemological dominant or this term is it focuses on more on investigations and theory. So, meaning to say, the modernism is talk about the investigations or theory, while the postmodern works are primarily concerned with questions of ontology. What is the ontology? Okay, and according also to my research, ontology is it is within us. Okay, in our hearts, or what is in our hearts, or what is our feelings, so that is the ontology. In Tagalog, it is saloobin, okay? And that is according to Brian McHale. And also, let's talk about who is John Barth. Okay, John Barth, called Jack, also known as Jack, was born in Cambridge, Maryland, and in 1947 he graduated from Cambridge High School, where he played drums and wrote for the school newspaper. So as you can see, John Barth has a background for being a writer, right? Because he's already writing a paper in their school since he was just in high school. And also, he briefly studied elementary theory and advanced orchestration at Juilliard before attending Johns Hopkins University, where he received a BA in 1951 and an MA in 1952. His thesis novel, The Shirt of Nessus, draw in his experiences at Johns Hopkins. Also, Barth married Harriet Ann Strickland on January 11, 1950. He publishes two short stories that same year. One is John Hopkins Student Literary Magazine, and one is the Hopkins Review. Now, John Simmons Barth, born May 27, 1930, is he is an American writer who is best known for his postmodernist and metafictional fiction. His mostly highly regarded and influential works were published in the 1960s and include The Southwind Factor, a satirical retelling, or Maryland's colonial history. So, if of course he is king from Maryland, Okay, so and also and Lost in the Fun House. At the same time, this is a referential and experimental collection of short stories. Though Bart's work has been controversial among critics and readers, he received the National Book Award in 1973. Wow, okay? This is really amazing. For his novel Chimera, okay? His novel Chimera rather, it's Chimera. An award that may have been primarily for lifetime achievement, despite Bart's influence in postmodern literature in America, his influence in publicity have decreased since his novels were published. But then, okay, we will talk about the Chimera. Okay, since the Chimera is also known as the National Book Award for Fiction created by John Bart. Okay, so what is this, the Chimera all about? Okay, so I hope guys you can see it, the picture, that is the picture. And this is wonderful because Chimera is not just one book, but it composed of three novellas that is being united, being compiled into one book. Okay, in a one, what we call this, one similar story. Okay, so that is the Chimera. And also, the Chimera is 1972 fantasy novel written by American writer John Barth, composed of three loosely connected novellas. So, as I said, the novellas are Doña Sadyad, the Persiad, and the Bellerophoniad. Okay, Bellerophoniad. Okay, and also whose titles refer eponymous- eponymous to the mythical character Doña Sad, Perseus and Bellerophon. Okay, a slayer of the mythical chimera. The book is an example of postmodernism, which can be seen in its metafictional content and its incorporation of stylistic elements that go beyond the traditional novel genre. It shared the U.S. National Book Award for Fiction with Augustus by John Edward Williams. The National Book Award for Fiction. That is the Chimera. Now, let us talk about and go beyond further about what is the Doña Sadyat, the Persiad, and the Bellerophoniad. That is, it's in the inside of the Chimera, the book created by the American writer, which is John Barth. So let us go further, and I will discuss you according to my what I have gathered the information about what is the Nisadia, the Persian, and the Bellerophonian. And of course, here, the Don Nisadia. Okay, so the Don Nisadia is a retelling, okay, a retelling of the framing story of Teherad. Okay, so Eskeherasade, or I don't know what is the pronunciation of this name, but correct me guys. So Eskeherasade, the famed storyteller of the 1001 Nights. The story is told from the point of view of Esquerrasade's younger sister, Doña Sada. Its characterization as metafiction, of course, can be understood as a result of the use of the several literary devices, most notably the introduction of the author as a character in his interaction with Esquerrasade and Doña Sada. The author appears from the future and expresses his admiration for Esquerrasade and the 1001 Nights as a work of fiction, of which Barthes Esquerrasade has no knowledge, realizing that he has appeared to Esquerrasade on the eve of the first encounter with Shayar, and seeing her without a solution for her predicament, and author himself suggests the stratagem of using a chain of interrupted stories to forestall her execution and offers to tell her a new story every day, with which the two regale the king the following evening, taking the author of Agenai as the Heresade of Greece. Now, let's talk about the Perseid. The second novella entitled The Perseid follows the Middle-aged Greek hero Perseus. And I know all of us are familiar with Perseus, right? And the Greek mythology. So it is introduced as the character of Perseus in the Greek mythology. Now, in his struggle to obtain the immortality, told from Perseus' point of view, the first part of the story revolves around the retelling of Perseus' life history, while the following part details his rise to and eventual immortalization as a constellations of stars. So how about the Bellerophon? The final novella is the Bellerophon chronicles the story of Bellerophon, yet another ancient Greek hero, while somewhat rooted in the myth as told by the Greek and Roman poets. Brad's version of this story is not a direct retelling, but instead a reimagining. So not a retelling, just like Barthes created this the Bellerophon part or the novella, which is from the original works. Okay, the original works. He didn't retell it, but he reimagining it. Much like the Perseid and Bellerophon surrounds a middle-aged mythic hero who struggles with coming to terms with his past accomplishments and a desire to secure his future glory. It is, for the most part, told from the point of view of Bellerophon, with various interjections by unknown narrators, one of which is presumed to be the author Barth of the three novellas. It is by far the longest and more so than and Doña Sadyad and Perseid makes numerous references to the author novellas, further connecting the common themes and events between the three central characters. So that is why those novellas makes the book as awarded, okay, as the wonderful book, and also I can and also I can say that the effects of this in our new generation, for me, as I read the stories, as I read and comprehend the information I've gathered, I realized that it is very important for us to know the works of the other writers in the postmodern modernism, because it helped us to go beyond our imaginations, go beyond and ourselves to discover more. And I know guys, you learned something for tonight, and I know it is clear to us. One thing I will left before, one word that I can give to you is keep imagining. Okay, keep on imagining that it is really fun for us to go beyond in our thinking or create something. It's okay if it is uh, you have more trying and error into yourself. But then I can say regarding with my presentation that it is important for us to explore more. It is important for us to discover more, and of course develop our skills in writing, and do not afraid to write what you felt or what is in your mind. And I am thankful for our topic and the topic assigned for me, because I really learned a lot. And also to the limited time given to us and to me as a reporter. Okay, and I will say goodbye tonight. And thank you so much, everyone, for listening in my report. Thank you so much, Ma'am Beth. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless.